It's 5:17, and right now the U.S. is experiencing its highest measles outbreak in 30 years with more than 1,300 cases. Ohio is fourth on the list for the most measles cases at 35.
Wow, and in today's Mom Squad, senior health correspondent Monica Robbins breaks down what parents need to know about measles as kids head back to school.
The MMR vaccine protects us from measles, mumps, and rubella, and it's one of the vaccines required by Ohio law to attend school. However, in the past few years, many people have been claiming exemptions from required immunizations for non-medical or religious reasons, as Ohio's vaccination rates have dropped to 88%. Dr. Amy Edwards is a pediatric infectious disease specialist at Rainbow and the president-elect for the Infectious Disease Society of Ohio. She wants to clarify the misconceptions about a vaccine that once removed measles from the U.S. back in 2000.
In fact, a Danish study just came out that's been following over 1 million children for 20 plus years after vaccination versus either incomplete vaccination or not vaccination to follow like chronic health conditions, autism, things like that. No difference in the two groups, regardless of whether you're fully vaccinated or not. That's only one of several long-term, large-scale studies that have been done on vaccines covering decades or more of post-marketing analysis, all of which show again and again and again and again that these vaccines are very, very safe.
Infection may go beyond a child missing days of school. They have to be isolated at least 4 days after rash appears. And those who've been exposed may need the same, but things can get worse.
I think like 20% of children who get measles require hospitalization. At the very least, you're talking about your kid needing IV fluids, maybe some supplemental oxygen. Then 1 out of every 1,000 children will die. If the child is under the age of a year, that rate goes up pretty significantly. You have the risk of damage to the brain, damage to the nerves that go to the eyes or the ears. So you could have deafness or blindness. You can develop seizures. You can have pneumonia, and measles is also very damaging to the immune system. And there have been multiple studies that show that children who get measles or people who get measles are more likely to die from an infectious disease later in life than people who don't get measles.
The first dose of the MMR vaccine is given between 12 and 15 months of age, but the vaccine can be given to children as young as 6 months, but that's not a replacement for the 2 doses. It's given in addition in case the child has been exposed. The second dose of the MMR vaccine is given to children between 4 and 6 years old. Monica Robbins, 3 News.
And side effects from the vaccine may include soreness, redness, or swelling at the injection site, as well as fever or a mild rash. Side effects are usually mild and serious cases are rare. Anyone with questions or concerns, you should contact your healthcare provider.